Hi, I'm Real Genetic Demon, and this is What's on the Tape, Season 21, Volume 1. Can you believe we're up to 21 seasons? I can't actually. Anyway, I thought for this one we would choose what I would call quite a cracking tape. It was the one that I teased you with at the end of last season. Do you remember the one I teased you with? You'll see it in Volume 9 if you want to see what teasing you. But it's got 3D Death Chase on it, Barbarian, Robin of the Wood, Highway Encounter, I'm not sure what that is, Magic something else, something 2, Exelon, Combat School, we've got Star Raiders 2, Zynaps, Vida Monty, Cat Trap, The Sentinel, Express Raider, and ATV Simulator. Look at this, look at that. Beautiful, nice thick Dixon's tape, full of data, half loaded. But we'll rewind side A anyway, and we'll start with that. So it's a double-sided this week anyway, a double one this week. But of course, no volume or one of any season would be complete without me asking you that question. And that question was being, what would you like me to play at the end of the season? Now this is an odd one, so this goes slightly different than usual. Let's just move this out of the way, and let's give you the first choice. The first choice is this one. This is Live Ammo, which has on it Great Escape, the Top Gun, Green Beret, good old Rambo, and Army Moves, all which are absolute classics, stone cold classics. All right. So, well, say that. I don't think some people don't like Army Moves. I don't think Army Moves is that bad. I'm not sure about Top Gun. I don't think I've ever played it, to be honest with you. Great Escape is brilliant if you know what you're doing in it, and Green Beret is just literally legendarily brilliant. It's probably one of the best versions of Russian Attack that you can find around. Anyway. So that was your first option. Your second option is going to come via the medium of X or Twitter. And this comes from Spectrum Hero. I'm going to put it on screen now. So he asked whether or not, very kindly actually, he asked whether or not, great compilation, love to see the next series of What's on the Tape. Can I vote for TNT? And he basically said that, so that's in the middle of the screen. He said, can he vote for TNT? Well, of course he can. So I've ordered a copy of TNT. So you can either have Live Ammo, or you can have TNT. You get to vote, and that's what will be at the end of the season. So it'll only be one episode. So it's going to be 9 episodes of pure tape goodness coming up. But yes, so Live Ammo, or on the screen, which you'll have seen a moment ago, we've got TNT. So before I go on though, one last thing, just want to show you. I do need to do something with this, but I haven't done anything with it. I picked this up recently as well. This is Lee Chops Stevenson's games. These are the adventures of Mr. Hare. If you can see them there, look at that, Mr. Hare. But this is his complete. This is his complete adventures, basically, all in a lovely tape. And I thought, I'll bring that up a little bit so you can have a little look. You can have a little look at that. Looks really good. I think there's a QR code there. You might even be able to scan that if you pause the screen. If I open it up maybe and pull it out, you can maybe scan it. There you go. Have a go at that. But what I want to show you is what was in it, because it looks really good. I mean, it's really, really, really well done. Look at this. I mean, look at that. What a lot of effort. It's beautiful. One per game and everything. So there's that there. And there's obviously the double duel. There's the lovely little thing with a CD in it, which contains all of these as tape files, so you can load them off there. Not that I have a CD player anymore. I don't know if anybody has a CD player anymore, but if you did, that's what's there. And of course, as well, beautifully to go with it, a beautiful pink tape. I like it. I think it's really nice. So anyway, so that's really. I mean, it's really, really, really nice. Actually, I won't say that it isn't nice. It really is nice. That's really good. It's interesting. It's been copied. Look, the copied things are still in. It's great, brilliant. Anyway, so Mr. Hare. So there's some cool adventures on there. If you want me to try that though for the end of a season sometime or something similar, or even through this season, because there's only 4 games, we could do it in an episode. Put some comments below saying you'd like to see some hair, you'd like to see some bush in the episode. That's what you'd like. You'd like a bit of bush. I'm not sure what type of hair he is. Don't know what part of the anatomy he comes from. Anyway, Mr. Hare. But back to reality with this. So without further ado, into the tape drive. Okay, the tape is in the drive, so we're good to go. So let's go down to basic and load it. It's been a while since we've done this. Load speech marks, hasn't it? It's been 2 weeks. What have you been doing for 2 weeks? What have you been doing? All you've been doing is sitting in front of YouTube, haven't you, pining for the day that I came back and that you could put me back on and watch me play random ZX Spectrum games. That's what you missed me that much. It was that much that you missed me. I don't believe it for a second. To be fair, it's been an interesting 2 weeks for me. I was a little unwell for 1 week. Just a little weekend, had a little sickness. Unfortunately, it's a little sickness bug. I was kind of took me personally out of action for sort of a weekend. So that kind of sort of slowed down my my doing sort of backlog of little videos. Unfortunately, bit of a shame. What else happened? My favourite of the lot was just this week. Gone was travelling back from Walsall. In the middle of the night at 55 miles per hour because the car was in limp home mode. Yes, it was in limp home mode. And we didn't know really, because neither of us were mechanical, the two people in the van for work. Didn't know whether or not we should stop and try and restart it. Thankfully, we didn't, because when I tried that later the next day, I started it and restarted, sort of drove again. For less than 10 minutes, it went into limp home mode again. So it was just various things have happened, but long and short of it, it was a 3-hour journey at 55 miles an hour, and really slow in the middle of the night. Just praying that we got back home. So it was a bit rough, to be honest with you. Nothing worse than a bit of car trouble as such. But the worst part is it possibly is the entire fuel injection system, because apparently oil pressure was a thing. I can forget how fast this loads. This is one of the greatest 16K games ever made. In fact, it always ranks for most people in their sort of top 10 games. And if I'm honest, I think I could probably put it in my TAC 10. My TAC 10. It's where I keep my tax. It's my TAC 10. Did you get it? No. Okay, fair enough. I don't know what's happened here. It looks like... Are we broken? I don't think it's loaded properly. This is the worst part. I don't think it's loaded properly. So our first game back of the season has not loaded properly. We're going to load it again, because this is a classic. It's our old 3D Death Chase. 3D Death Chase. It was re-released by... what was it? Zeppelin Games. They re-released it. Was it re-released again? I don't know. Micro Mega, I think it was, who produced it. This is just one of these great games. It kind of reminds me of, the sort of the Star Wars scout bike bit in Return of the Jedi. That's what it kind of reminds me of. When you're flying along in your bike, I mean, the real thing is that you're basically driving motorcycles through a forest, doing some kind of mercenary work. Is actually what you're meant to be doing. That's the real story behind it all. You're a mercenary with a gun attached to the front of your bike, and you're gunning down other mercenaries in a wood and tanks and planes and things. Yeah, it's as nuts as it sounds realistically, but the point is it got narrower and narrower, harder and harder it is to steer, and you go through night and day modes, and this is jammed into almost 16K with these lovely graphics, and the speed of the game is just something to behold. It's beautiful. It's really, I mean, Mervyn, good old Mervyn Escort, not to be confused with Ford Escort, or any other kind of escort. But this man, it's just a brilliant game. It's a lot of fun. Have you got a beverage, by the way? I'm bringing everything into the first 4 minutes here. Calm down. Oh, I've got lots to talk about. You see, that's what it is. My little voice is going to go bonkers for a bit. Now, I've got myself another mug of a steaming hot beverage, a nice cup of coffee. Nice Dio Egberts one here. I've got in my sherbet fountain mug, which is quite large realistically, and it's quite weird because it has a bit of licorice at the bottom with a little surrounding of sort of white powder. So there's a possibility it's not just sherbet fountain. Right, here we go. Perfect now. 1983. Was I 40 years old now? Good late, 19, yeah, 20. It's 40 years old. This game, right? Okay, number one. Right, I can't remember what it is to accelerate. There it is. And then is it space to fire? Can't remember what it is to fire. Don't crash into the trees. You gotta go. Wow, is it just me, or was that harder than usual? Right, one for keyboard. Is it space to fire? Wow. You've got to hunt down those other two bikers. This. Wow, guys, is this harder? It seems like really hard. Where are all these trees coming from? Or maybe I'm just rubbish. I'm only $86. That's it. That's all I made. I'm not gonna be a rich man riding my bike around for $86. Crumbs, that's quick. And what's the fire? Is it? Oh my god! Well, the general gist of it is basically you get to top speed, then you can fire your gun. But I don't know if I'm able to get to top speed at this rate. Wow! Got to 100. Wow, 100 quid. I think you shoot down the helicopter too. Oh my god! I'm sure the levels are easier than this. Is it just me? Does this look harder? Oh god. That is definitely harder. Okay, but normally that's a really easy game. That starts off easy and then builds tougher. That was really, really hard. That was a really hard game to start the whole thing off with. But as I say, that usually appears in people's top 10s, to be honest with you. That's the. I'm going to go with load tape here because I think this is. I mean, this is Barbarian. I don't know if there was a 128k version of it, but we'll give it a try anyway. So, yeah, that normally does actually appear in most people's top 10s of Spectrum games. And don't. I think there were sound effects there. We'll stop now. But yeah, it seems to be everybody has that one in the top 10. Problem with Spectrum games is I don't know how you can possibly have a top 10. You can probably have a top 100 maybe, or top 50 Spectrum games. But I don't think you can have a top 10 of Spectrum games because there are so many games and the range and type of them are so varied in comparison to modern day gaming. And I think that this is just a coincidental. This is the kind of the thing. It's now if you create a indie hit, everybody copies it. There ends up 4,000 copies of that particular style of game. It's the one that comes to mind at the moment is Vampire Survivor. That's a fantastic game, very cheap on Steam, but there are any number of versions of it. There's just loads of them. Everybody's done a version of it, and some are good and some are bad, and that's like a lot of things, and that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But there's a lot of that genre out there now, and I think that's the thing, isn't there? There's a lot of repetition. There was a lot of innovation back in the day. A lot of. I mean, Barbarian here is just one of the greatest sort of things. I mean, if anything, Barbarian probably is. I would think if you want a scenario, it's maybe the great grandfather of Mortal Kombat. You know, I can imagine the original people playing this back in the day, probably on their Apple IIs, because I think this was on the Apple II originally, and I think it was called something else. But Apple II, for instance, I can imagine them playing Barbarian and going, "Oh, I wish this was gorier or more violent," and and then creating the Mortal Kombat series. I mean, Moonstone's another classic game for the Amiga. Do you remember Moonstone? Incredibly violent, beautiful game. A lot of blood and guts, and lots of enjoyable, chunky splashes of death within the whole thing as you all kind of made your way across the map. 4-player game. You could play against each other, or I don't think you could play together, but you could play against each other and make your way across the map. And sort of 4 nights getting to the Moonstone itself. I think it was on the PC as well. A fantastic game, very visceral and exciting, exploding. I mean, but this is the thing. Things like Barbarian will have paved the way for that kind of sort of gory, blood-gripping, gut-splashing. I mean, one of the things you wanted to do every time you played Barbarian was the swinging head chop. If you hit that right and you got that sweet spot on the neck of your opponent and the head came from their body, you were godlike. You were godlike. That was the amazing thing about Barbarian, the game. It's just a delicious mix of violence that we all kind of enjoyed. And that's it. It's escapism, isn't it? You're not going to do it in real life. You escape to the computer game to shoot 100 people in Call of Duty, or in my case, none. But that's what people do. Not that we care about Call of Duty anymore, because it's been bought by another big corporation. It was already a big corporation. It's been bought by a big corporation. We're all indie lovers now. And to be fair, when I was looking around recently for indie games, I found one called The Bloodline. I'll say it again, The Bloodline. Have a little look for it. It's got what I would call cel-shaded graphics, a bit like Borderlands and a few others, sort of very cartoonified maybe, but not cartoonified, sort of chunky polygons, but a less polygon rate. Created by a single developer. And he's basically giving you an open world RPG where you're basically, you wake up in the morning in your castle, because that's what we do. You wake up in the morning in your castle. Your bloodline is that of what's known as the Harbinger, which means you basically get to do adventures. People expect you to do adventures. You get up in the morning and you collect experience points for doing things like running around, jumping up and down, climbing stuff, riding horses, collecting berries, cooking stuff, making swords, fishing. And basically, though, the game doesn't force you down any route. It gives you options that you can follow if you want. So you can see, so when you meet your father's right-hand man, who's now your right-hand man in the castle, he sort of says you can tidy the place up if you like. You can go do this mission if you want, and a little pilgrimage, because for the right of your father and all this kind of stuff. Or you can not bother at all. You can do what you like. And the beauty of that is it's very open-ended. It lets you do what you want. It's one of those things. It's like somebody wanted to do Skyrim, but without any of the other bits and pieces. However, I mean, saying that as well, Skyrim, brilliant, right? Great game, love it. Shame it's under Microsoft's banner nowadays, but great game, fantastic, sort of whole, lovely sort of fantastic game. But I've decided to do it where I don't become what's known as the Dragonborn in Skyrim. I've completely ignored that mission. You don't have to become a Dragonborn. You can go and become just a normal person who happens to do a few other things in the game. And that's what I've decided to do. I'm rather enjoying the music. One player. Keyboard 3. Can I choose my keys? Yes, I can. Fire. Up. Down. Left. Right. H is always pause. And G is quit. Right. Okay. Conan the Barbarian and Conan the Destroyer. Similarly overlapping, but not the same movie. If you know what I mean. Have you seen them? Very good. Good old with Arnold himself in it. Right, so this is our bad guy. Well, if I can do this right. Nope, I have not. I've not got him. Well, let's see if I can give him a chop. I want to get him. I want to give him a chop with a. Oh, head chop, but not the one I wanted. Right. Oh, give him the neck chop. Soften up that neck there. I'm pushing him over with the roll. Push him back a bit. My energy at the top of the screen. The top left. His energy at the top right. Boom! Oh! I'll give him a neck chop. Suitably. Come on. Come on. Oh, I want it! Oh. Oh, come on! Head off! There it goes! Beautiful! Last move of the game, head off. Took it off like that, and the little goblin comes along, kicks his head off the screen. Beautiful. That's what we like. But of course, that's the wicked what is it? Wizard Zack or whatever he's called, isn't he? He's called Zack. He's got your princess up there, but of course she doesn't look very well. Doesn't look like she's actually avoiding being prisoner. She's just watching the grotesqueness of the fight below. She wants to know which man will be covered with the most blood by the end of it all. Possibly, I don't know. She seems a very happy girl for a lady who's in chains. And his head's off. I was going for it the whole time. I was losing all my energy, but I was waiting for that moment to whip his head off. It's been hacked free from his body. I continue to make great scores here as we doing the whirl of death thing. And we just whirl it. Look at the graphics on this, though, for a Spectrum game. It is a Spectrum game you're looking at here. This is the graphics and the resolution are just brilliant. I mean, it really is. It's properly good for what it is, and the age of the game as well. It's hard to believe that this. I mean, we were when we were playing this back in the day. We were absolutely we were amazed by the quality of this one. It just phenomenal quality. A game that stood the test of time in my mind. Let's see if I can give him the old red roll. Oh, it's close. Conan's about to go. Oh, he's down. And I've been kicked down and not lost my head to the punishing sort of executioner style guy that's so good. So blooming brilliant. So absolutely amazing. I mean, Barbarian, the great cover as well, because it had the original, what was it called? Wolf on it, didn't it? And what's she called? Whitaker. Can't remember her first name. Breasts. Page 3. That was her thing. That's what she started with. But she ended up on the front cover of Barbarian. Barbarian, an absolute storming game, a really brilliant game. Right, okay, what's next? I can't see because I've turned the lights down low. Down low. Robin of the Wood. Robin of the Wood. I don't know Robin of the Wood particularly well. I think I got it recently as a pickup. I don't know about anybody else, but certainly you get to a point where you've kind of seen a lot of it already. So when you start seeing these things for sale and all this, you've kind of had them. And as a collector, you're kind of now looking for the rarer ones. But I'm so cheap, I don't want to stick my hand in the pocket. I don't want to spend fortune on some of them. But sometimes you just have to, don't you? There we go, Robin. If I remember rightly, Odin this one, so it probably has a bit of speech at the beginning. It probably says, Robin of Sherwood! Or something similar. Maid Marian! Or something. Any one of those combinations. As you can hear, still getting over my my cold a little bit. It's taken a week to get to this point. It definitely wasn't COVID. It was there was something else, if that makes sense. But it wasn't brilliant. There we go. Odin computer graphics. There's Robin there with his long locks. Robin of Locksley, of course. That was the original thing. Of the king. What was it? What was the thing? Richard the Lionheart, wasn't it? He was the one who was. Was it Richard Lionheart? I think it was, wasn't it? He was the one who spent all his time at the Crusades, and while he was at the Crusades, he was kind of not at home in Britain, keeping people under check. Those naughtier lords who were there. So I think Robin of Locksley was a friend of his, I believe. I think that was the general gist of it. Which brings me kind of into the thought of, I mean, when you talk about Crusade and Crusade games about Crusades, there are of course the Crusader 1, 2 and 3 by Paradox, I believe it is, which are kind of about running Europe at the time. But if you want other Crusader games. The only one I can really think of is Dante's Inferno, which of course includes Dante's Inferno, the trip into the 9 levels of hell. But it was a fantastic game. It was really good. These are the days when certain companies weren't piling in horrible nasties. However, recently I've not heard EA's name that often. Have they stopped being naughty? Have they stopped being a bad company? Have they become a nice company now? Are they on the nice side of things? I can see Microsoft getting really, 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 really horrible with every product that they've got now. They own a huge catalogue of products, and I can see us as the gamers suffering. I think that us as the consumers are going to suffer. I mean, we already do with to some extent with our operating systems, but I can see us really suffering. I can see there being a requirement to sort of, I don't know, I guess sell more microtransactions, more DLC. The dog's going nuts because the front door's been rang. My wife's just gone there. It'll be Amazon with my only Black Friday thing I actually purchased from the whole thing, which is not very exciting. I got myself an electronic pump for my car for the tyres, and it was half price, so I bought it. It was the AA's version of it. So I mean, I was going to pay 20 quid anyway, so why not get the half price one that was 20 quid? I don't normally like Black Friday. I think it's a commercialised thing, you know. It's that whole thing, isn't it, where, do you remember, it's that thing, it's like you're waiting for a good price. I don't know about you, but I hate paying full price for anything. I mean, I absolutely hate paying full price for anything. So I always wait for things to go down in price, and it's always that thing, isn't it, they do on Black Friday. It's like you know, it's £200 the rest of the year. It's £200, £200, and on Black Friday they post that it was £300, but they've reduced it to £200, which is exactly what they do. They're all blooming liars out there, unfortunately. So yeah, the Black Friday deals there were not really deals at all, and you know, why would you buy them realistically? So I'm getting rid of most of their old stock, unfortunately, as well. Doesn't tend to. I haven't seen anything on the Black Friday deals that has made me go, ooh, that's a bargain. I've just went, oh, that's a few pennies off it. If it has been you know, it's not a bargain. There's no steals to be had out there at the moment, unfortunately. Nature of the beast, I guess. Cost of living and all that kind of rubbish. Something with a silver arrow, it said there. Very exciting. He did have his silver arrow out. Do I get the joystick out now? Or do I not get the joystick out now? No, we'll try the keyboard. Let's 0. He's laughing. That's up and down. That's left and right. What's fire? That's up and down, left and right. Okay, fine. I don't think I've played this on the Spectrum before. I think I played it on other things. Or maybe. I don't know. Robin of... Oh, whoa. Ah, I've got arrows now. Ah! Can I, how do I shoot it? I haven't got a bow yet, though. Nice graphics, actually. I like the speed on it. It's quite nice, that, actually. It's quite fast moving. Let's go down here. Oh, there's a friar. Was that friar took? It's quite a nice little set of stories, the old Robin, you know, Robin from the rich and giving to the poor. It's quite a nice set of stories, that. Oh, let's avoid the boar. I'll find my way. Bit of a maze thing here going on. So we're following mazes round. Oh, health is low. My health is lower. I'm dead. How many? Game over. That was a bit quick. Let's try it again. One more go. Right. 0. Wait for the what speech. It kind of laughs. Let's put me in a random location. Different location. Where's my arrows? I feel like I'm in a totally different place. Is this just a game to escape the woods? I haven't even got any arrows now. No arrows. Oh, wow. You definitely have to get your pen and paper out and map this one. Especially as it changes the locations you start from. Or is it randomised anyway? Ooh, can you imagine if it was randomised? That's going to be harsh, isn't it? I quite like the graphics on that, though. On the movement on him is really smooth as well. I like that. Wickedly smooth, one could say. I'm going to keep going downwards. There we go. There we go. We're going for it. I think this is quite a popular game with some people. Why are you shooting at me through the fence? Definitely get your pen and paper out. Let's keep going this way. Oh, it's down. There's more downs. Oh. Oh. No more downs. More ups. Zooming around. Oh, there's the arrows. There's me arrows. Here I am, JH, he says, copying Brazil. Very good movie. I don't have a bow yet. Don't think I can fire them out. Bow. Let's try shooting stuff without. Oh, there's a. I've got a button. I've got a smacking button. I've got a pole. After all that, I've got a pole. Look, I can hit him. Whack, whack. Take that, you nasty Norman soldiers. Well, I'm assuming the Norman, but probably not. I didn't know I could do that. It means I can whack all kinds of things that I couldn't whack previously. Well, let's go up a level. See what else we can hit. Take that. There we go. What did he do? Oh, he gave us a gun. I've got a bow now. I've got one more life. I've got another Robin of Locksley life. Ah. Oh, that was very friendly of him. Can't get through there. Boom. I like the weapon. I've got my bow. I've got bows. It's not letting me have anything else. Oh. I'm going to whack it in the head. Can't whack it in the head. Boars do not go down easily. Boars are dangerous creatures that one should avoid. Been killed by a boar. But I've got spare life now. Oh. I've got a flower as well. I don't know why I'm picking up. Maybe I'm picking up flowers from Maid Marian. I'm just going to die now, by the way. I've had enough. Let's go on. Let's go on. Let's go on. Let's see what else is on here. Maybe you're picking up flowers from Maid Marian, because she was obviously. What was she? What was her role? Was she like a lady of the house, or was she just a sort of a general, I don't know, servant of the house? I never really understood Maid Marian's role. Was she actually some kind of part of the royal classes or not? Highway encounter next. I'm not sure what the next one, the one after that is. Miles encounter? Miles encounter 2? Music constructor, maybe. I don't know. We've got Exelon on this. I haven't played Exelon in ages. I don't know about you, but Exelon is one of those games that. I mean, it's simple enough. You're just walking from one room to the next, blowing stuff up. But I really like it. I think it's. I remember at the time it was. I mean, it was. I think a lot of people say it's highly overrated. But I mean, if you played the the Amiga, the Amstrad version, even, it's really, really good. It's beautifully graphics. The Spectrum graphics are good, but the Amstrad version, it's on my channel. really, 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 really impressive. They're just amazing, realistically. What's Highway Encounter 2 like? I've not played that. I saw it appear recently, and I don't think I've got it. I think it's a game I'm missing, Highway Encounter 2. I don't know whether it's any good or whether it's bad, but I've just seen it a few times recently. Right, I'm drinking coffee now. It's my mug with the white powder on it. My sherbet fountain. It's not what they said in court. Anyway, get in trouble with YouTube. Mind you, they've changed their rules and regulations recently. Don't know why you're a Dalek as well on this. Why is it a Dalek that's going down the road? Mind you, Daleks are awesome, but the thing is, why are you Dalek? Well, as a kid, I had a friend with a Dalek. His dad made him a Dalek, a really big Dalek, a full-size one. And the way he got into the Dalek, because if you wanted to get into the Dalek to actually go in it, because you couldn't get in normally, you have to lift it upside down, or somebody had to lift it up for you. You had to climb underneath it and up inside it, so you could get it. But the best part about it, would you believe, this is my favourite part about the Dalek story, right? So they're quite big. The bigger than you think they are. Now, when we were kids, the best part about the Dalek was, because it was on casters so that it could roll around a little easier when you were on the road or whatever it was, or the pavement, he'd built a little seat inside the Dalek. So if you were inside the Dalek, technically you could sit on the seat and have somebody push you from inside the Dalek, which was kind of cool. I always thought that was kind of a cool idea, you know, that you could actually have a little seat inside the Dalek. Made me wonder whether or not real Daleks were able to go for seats. And obviously we know they're kind of some weird, creatures from, what are they called? They're not Daleks, are they? They're called, whatever the name of them. Oh, I can't remember. Has that crashed? I think that's crashed. I know it's, what were they called? The planet that came from was Skyrim, wasn't it? What are they called? Oh, I can't remember. That's really going to annoy me now. That it's the opposite way around, isn't it? To Dalek. So it's the name of Dalek backwards. Is the name of the creatures. Is that it? That is not loaded. I'm really upset about that. That's really quite annoying. I was looking forward to Highway Encounter. It's quite a clever isometric. I don't really like them normally, but that's just a shoot 'em up style one. Let's see now if I can find my phone. I'm sure that we can find on PlayZX. Details and description below on how you use PlayZX. PlayZX. We might be able to find Highway Encounter. Vortex, wasn't it? Vortex Software. Same people who did Android 2, which is a fantastic game. Let's do a search. Highway Encounter. Vortex Software. There we go. I've just given it 1 star when it should be 5 stars. Right, put that in there like that. Play. Basic. You lucky people, you're getting a very long episode for the return of the of what's on the tape. There we go, very long episode. Lots and lots of goodies and goodness, because you deserve it. You've missed me, haven't you? You've missed me a lot. Yeah, I mean, definitely missed me. Spectrum here, of course, posting on X about what I should play. I don't like the name X for it. Can't be the only one. I preferred it as Twitter, and I don't really like Twitter either, particularly. But I definitely don't like X. I noticed that he's bringing back the news items on it. He's lost. Last week it was reported that he had lost a whole $26 billion of personal wealth on X thus far, because. Yeah. Not the cleverest of people in the world, unfortunately. So, 26 billion. Do you realise now that he has lost more in personal wealth than he's actually worth now? I'm just doing the quick math here, by the way. Quick math based on figures recently. I mean, when they did the original report, I think it was 2021, he'd lost $164 billion of personal wealth. And I know it's not actually anything other than share prices, but it just means that if you had to convert it all, he's $164 billion down, right? He's lost another 15 or so billion on people wanting money back the week before from Twitter, not just the week that's just gone. He's lost another 16 billion off Tesla. He's blown up another ship in his Starship race to space thing, which is another billion at least. And he's lost another 26 billion off Twitter. So we're at 200 billion, and his personal wealth is 199 billion at the moment, which is insane realistically. I mean, he's lost more than he's. I mean, if you take that in context of yourself, you know, you imagine losing half your personal wealth, you'd be utterly gutted, wouldn't you? You really would. And I think he was, actually, because he got upset at his Tesla meeting. Apparently he was close to tears because he couldn't think of any answer to how to bring it back, and which is fine if you're a salesman, but get out there selling it. Anyway, that's an aside, but yeah, I preferred it when it was called Twitter, realistically. I think the Twitter people were dead chuffed when he came and bought it, you know. It saved them, because they weren't, well, not saved them, they weren't making any money, really. They were breaking even, if that. I think they were a loss-making company, and then he went and did. I mean, they must have laughed all the way to the sort of the you know, the sort of the bank kind of thing when he came in with that let it sink in thing. I'd have been in stitches if I was me, personally. Well, that's not loaded at all. Highway Encounter is not loaded. I don't know why. I don't know why they bother with these sometimes, and they do that, and you go load, and nothing appears on the screen either. So it's a bit naff. Right, let's try this. Let's see what this is. This is called Highway as well. It's just called Highway from 1991. I'm assuming it's not what we think it is. Well, we'll give it a try. We'll see what happened. Highway is. I mean, we've had one failure out of all of the ones that are there. Can't really say, you know, that's bad. I think this is a basic program about a highway. A highwayman called Adam. Adam the Ant. He was a charming prince. Prince Charming. My brain goes off on such weird tangents. Stand and deliver your money or your life. Yeah. Lived through all of that, you know. Some of you did too. You lived through all of that. You can wave your hands in the air if you did. Right. A short quiz on driving on roads wisely. Oh, right, okay. To run. Find out with this fun quiz. The subject to see the Highway Code Department Transport Manual. You'll be asked a series of questions about the Highway Code and motoring. 10 questions, about Highway Code and law. Okay. Your performance will be rated at the end. What is the maximum speed limit that a car can travel on dual carriageway with no speed limit signs? B. 70 miles per hour. Correct. The maximum is the maximum, but not always the safe speed. Wow. On 3 lanes of motorway, the right-hand lane is for overtaking, but what is the middle lane for? Overtaking. Because it doesn't matter. It's not for anything else. It's the same difference. Correct. It is for overtaking. Surprise. The middle lane is not for fast lane, neither. It's the right-hand lane. There's neither is the right-hand lane. It's just overtaking lanes. That's all they are. If you ran over one of these animals, which one does the law not require you to report the accident? Cat, I think it is. Correct. It is cat. But don't be heartless. There you go. I knew it was cat. What is the hard shoulder of the motorway used for? Emergencies only. B. Not for overtaking in traffic jams. Behave yourselves. Police use only. That's true. Parking. Emergencies only. Correct. Does not include if you're tired or need a rest. On a dark, rainy night, can you use your rear fog lamps? Dark, rainy night. Ooh. I would have thought only if it's up foggy. See, I might be wrong here. Wrong. Only in poor visibility. Ah, right. Okay. I didn't do too badly there, though. That was all right. Poor visibility. In near perfect conditions, what is the shortest stopping distance when travelling? Oh no, I can't remember. 60 miles per hour. See? I'm gonna get this wrong, aren't I? Wrong. It was the last one. Can't remember in feet and inches. Keep your distance. Don't drive too close. I've done badly there. How many penalty points must you have in order to be liable to disqualification? 12, I think it is. Yeah, 12. B. Correct. In more than 3 years. Yeah. Which of these can be used as a fast dual carriageway? Which one is that? Can use a fast dual carriageway? Is it all of the above? Pedestrians can't walk on dual carriageways, can they? I'm going to go with motorbikes, B. I might be wrong. All of the above. My God, pedestrians. Jeez. I don't want the pedestrians on there. What does a steady amber light on a traffic light mean? Slow down, get ready to stop. Yeah. Wrong? Stop. Oh, okay. What does the direction sign with a black border around it tell you about the road? Direction sign with a black border around it. Oh. I can't remember. B? Non-primary route. Right, okay. Blue primary rights. Okay, I got 50% average score. I'll let myself off with that one. I think I was good. Right, carry on. Let's see what else is on this tape. I did good there on my highway code. I did okay. I think I was nicer than I should have been though to some of them. I can't believe that they were all allowed on that dual carriageway though. Fast dual carriageway. And pedestrians on a fast dual carriageway is just not a good idea. It really isn't. Highway code's a bit mixed up, isn't it, when it does that kind of stuff? I wouldn't recommend that at all if I was a pedestrian. Anyway, on to our next one. Sorry about no highway encounter with our Daleks in the. Basically, it's a lovely isometric where you go along shooting up creatures in front of you and moving things out of the way so that the aliens can get to the end. It's very weird. What's MCC22? That's not Exelon. Oh no, that's next. This was right. MCC22. I'm not sure what MCC22 is. Mafia contract? Atlantis Software. This is really narrowing it down at the moment. Really narrowing it down. Not sure what we've got here. Maybe get a loading screen now. Tape's terrible. Really old and mushy and sound-wise. It's all crunchy. Brilliant. Love it. This isn't one of Kenneth's, by the way. A number of weeks ago, I had that box which I opened, which is like the 300 odd tapes. This is not even. We've not even got to his stuff yet. I do need to get to his stuff. We'll at least pick a couple out this season, I think. But we haven't even got to those stuff. I actually had a conversation with him via Facebook, and they are actually genuinely his tapes. So they're from his collection. He hasn't loaded the Mafia Contract 2. I think I've got this. So I wasn't sure what it was, but it's Mafia Contract 2, and I think I've got this. He's looking over his shoulder. I'm looking over my shoulder. I feel like it's pride of place somewhere. Yes, it is. I've got it. I can see it. Hang on. Coffee. Hang on. Mafia Contract 2. Stuck next to the wonderful copy of Dizzy Spellbound that was provided to me by my lovely friend Daryl. Mafia Contract 2, the sequel, Spectrum thing. It's got a picture. It's got beautiful cartoon graphics on it. This one. It's got a man with a Tommy gun, and he's next to a Romeo's Pizza, a cold beer place, a film place, a hotel zone. And he's shot another man who's holding some kind of revolver in his hand. And he's blown him away. He's wiped him out. He's done it. Last year, you assassinated a rival gang leader for your boss, Don Corleone. Capellonia, or whatever. Since then, you've been his personal advisor and bodyguard to his regime. Now you're threatened by a powerful gang called the Vito Rossi. Vito Rossi. Yeah, I know him. He's gone into hiding, and not before you're putting out a contract on anybody he fears, including you. He fears me, so I'm going to put his contract on me as well now. I'm going to get shot at. I'm going to be killed by the man himself. It's a lovely cover, this one. If you can get a copy of these ones, by these Mafia ones, they're really nice. Do recommend them. Tiny little inlay on this one. Smallest writing in the world. Smallest humanly. Alright, it's east-west. Alright, it's the buttons to move directions. Save load RAM. Remove pictures. It's verbs and commands. Oh, so it's an adventure game. So you can do south, east, north, all those things. R to describe your current location. I for inventory. And see what you're wearing and whatever else. It's an adventure game. It's a text adventure game. It's one of those things that doesn't really exist nowadays. Nobody knew how difficult we had it back in the day when we had to text adventure games. Good God. Beyond the Zork. Do you remember Zork? We had the Zork games and other things. And the legendary what was it? The leather goddess of Phobos. Do you remember that one? Yes. And then there was the Dungeons and Amethysts, the slightly edgy game where on the I think it was on the Amstrad only, and you started the beginning of the game. It's quite edgy. It's very edgy. It's and you had started the game on some little island, and there was the only thing there was a loincloth, and you had to put on the loincloth so that the octopus in the lake didn't pull your family jewels while you were sort of swimming at the end. It was kind of weird, honestly. It's a big loader, this one. Yes, but that was Dungeons and Amethysts on the Amstrad. This game, actually, I think I've got a copy of somewhere. I think I've got the original Atlantis copy of it, because just because. Why not? You know what I mean? Why not own it? Because it was edgy at the time. You know, kind of edgy as a game. So. But yeah, they used to grab you by the dangly bits. It used to go for the nomadic tribe, the gonads. But yeah, that's the kind of thing that went on back then. But these were the days when these kind of games were. I mean, of course, remember Larry Leisure Suit? He still exists, doesn't he, old Larry? Larry Leisure Suit Larry, should I say? He's still around, isn't he? The old Sierra game where you basically he was looking for love in all the wrong places. Right, directed by Neil Smith. Press the key to continue. Neil. Oh yes, so that's the story. Basically, get out and carry out your plans. Hang on. So what am I meant to do? Get out and carry out your plans. Where's my plans? You will then have to seize the power of the control of the entire city. At present, you are mansion, which is being raided by. Right, okay, get out and whatever else it is. So it's currently being raided, and I've got to take over the entire city. Look at this. Look at this. You can tell it's good when it's drawing it on the screen like that. My God, it's the most amazing room I've ever seen. You're sitting at a large leather table in your office. In front of you is a desk with drawers on either side. You stare blankly at the closed-circuit TV circus showing the guards being wiped out by Rossi's men. There's a door to open desk. Open drawers. I need a gun, you see. I'm about to have a gun in my drawers. I set up about 20 different keys. Take keys. Okay. North. Open door. Say hello to my little friend. Sorry, I couldn't help myself. I turned to Scarface for a minute there. Right, okay, stand. Get up. Open door. Ah. Watching the room appear again. Am I like in a chair? I mean, what's going on? In front of you is a desk. Either side, you stare at blankly at a close circuit to. Stand. What am I doing? Stand. North. Aye. Open door with keys. Lock door. Oh, I can lock the door so they can't get in. Open windows. Look. It's going to redraw the room. So I've locked the door now. There's no windows to get out of this place. This is not going very well. There's a door to the north. Open drawers. I've already opened them, that's why. Enter door. Unlock door. Open door. Ah, okay. Got to unlock the door. It was locked, you see. That's why I needed 20 odd keys. Right. You're in a corridor which runs the length of the first floor. You can hear automatic gunfire nearby in the air, full of smoke. The corridor runs east. The security door to your office is locked. Has locked. There is an exit to the north. Let's go north then. Being in the master bedroom, the only exit is south. Let's go south then. Let's go west then. For a large heavy door. Open door. Lock. Now open the door. It appears to be an armory. Most of the weapons are sealed in heavy crates. There is a door to the east. There's an Ingram machine gun capable of firing without and a hand grenade. Take all. Get all. Get. Gun. Get. Grenade. Oh, this is good, this. I like it. We're going to grenade somebody. Okay, east. East. Oh, here we go. Throw grenade down into corridor. Throw grenade. Say hello to my little friend. Do something. What are your instructions? Throw grenade. With the skills worthy of the next Olympic Games, you hurl the small grenade, you cover your ears, and all you hear is gunfire as you are shot to pieces. What? Do something. Use the machine gun. Do you want another go? No, I'm not going to have another go. That's cool. I like that. I kind of like that in a strange sort of way. That was kind of fun. It was quite fun, wasn't it? I quite enjoyed that. You know, especially as we got to say hello to my little friend. I mean, that's one of my favourites, actually. I have to admit. That wasn't Mafia, though, was it? Was it Mafia? That was, they were Colombian, weren't they? They were Colombian drug lords. They weren't. We really need to get into Godfather to be able to do the something else. But say hello to my little friend seemed very appropriate for the scenario. Yeah, it was quite good. I quite enjoyed that. So that's the one that I got. I like the cover on it. One of the things I bought it for. I didn't even know it was a text adventure until I've just played it then. I guess the first one was as well. Oh look, there's a little timer going. Brill. That's excellent. That's excellent. Oh. So otherwise though, the last couple of weeks I've been a bit quiet really, not done very much with them. I should have done more. I meant to do more. I'm going to do a little bit more this. I think Exelon's loading screen is probably one of the on the scale of things, probably one of the worst loading screens you could possibly have, because it doesn't really show anything, and the game itself got so highly rated with the way it was, and everybody does think Exelon is a great game, but that loading screen is just so naff. It really does. I really need somebody to come along and just like upgrade it a bit. I mean, the actual game itself is a man standing in a corridor, sort of ducking down, I think reloading his gun. None of that for this. Not at all. It just not there. Do you know what though? I was thinking the other day. I think what was it? I don't know if it was last week or the week before, whenever it was in the last sort of season of What's the Tape. The sacred armour of what I called anti-rad appeared, and I just realised that it's anti-rad after all these years. It's anti-rad, as in anti-radiation suit. Do you know what? I never even thought that that's what it was. I just assumed it was anti-rad, and that's, do you know what? Me and my friends used to say it all the time, and I didn't realise it was anti-rad. I'm so silly, aren't I? I'm a silly boy. But anyway, I was saying, no, it wasn't the most exciting of the last couple of weeks. I picked up a few things, as I say, that Mr. Hare thing from Lee Chops Stevenson, who's fairly well known for his game development within the Spectrum community. I keep meaning to buy them small ones. Like I'm not very good at buying the homebrew ones. I really should buy more homebrew ones, because to be fair, they are the new they are the new games. Those homebrew ones are the new sort of Spectrum games that are out there. So I mean they're kind of it also goes back to George Funky Spectrum, doesn't it? So he's one of the biggest sort of Spectrum game dealers in the world, realistically, at this point. You know, as a supplier and dealer in those things. And recently he has done a Kickstarter for his book. which I decided that I would back. It's an alternate version of 1980s, as seen by George, which is going to be completely bonkers. And considering he's a wordsmith of sorts, I'm quite looking forward to that one. So I'm quite looking forward to enjoying his book. He actually's made his target. I mean, I think by the time this goes out, it might still be running a little bit. But he has made his target for George's gaming grimoire, as he's calling it. But he's made the target, but there's still time for other people to back his mental frolickings in the sense of his book, which is you know, do you know what, I like it when you back somebody you know. It's kind of nice. So and he's always entertained my son with his dreadful language, you know, his gutter language, but it's always entertained my son. He's always found it quite funny. I'm hoping one day when he does autism does sort of break, he's probably going to swear his head off just like George. Anyway, number 2 first. So left. Oh, that's not going to go well. Duck, fire. Left, right, jump, duck, fire. Love the music. It's very jazzy. Do 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 do. You got to blow those up. So we start this way, go this way. You see, it's like zones as you go across. So a bit like a little Exelon man. You got to hold down your fire button to fire your grenades, as they're called. And you got to use grenades to destroy these guys. I love this. So Amstrad version is amazing because the graphics are amazing. They look really good. There we go. Go up that way without having to fight that thing there before it shot at me. Oh, I hate this bit because you've got to move so far along to stop the bubbles from sort of getting at you. Yeah, you got to blow those up, and then if you can run fast enough across the level, they sort of stop spawning at a certain height. Yeah, they stop spawning when you get so far across. So it's the same with this kind of thing. So if we can go, boom, there we go. Stop spawning. And there we go. Stop spawning. You get loads of lives though, because it knows that it's quite a hard game. So it's not. It doesn't mess around that way. Oh God, I've got to shoot this. I remember this. Oh. Yeah, you got to shoot up and down on this one. Oh, bums. Oh, bums. Got past it. Brilliant. Up the top. Boom. Ammo. Where's the super? There's a super thing you've got to get. No, not the grenade. Game over. Oh. Nightmare. Yes. Top of the table. Brilliant game, this one. I'm going to have one more go because I really like this one. It's a really simple game, but it's the game people suggest that's very similar to it is a game called Yeti. And if you fancy something similar to it, try Yeti. They say that this is a clone of Yeti, not the other way around. I don't know whether that's true or not, because I've never checked the dates on the two of them when they were released, but they say that this is kind of a clone of that idea, of that Yeti sort of idea. And I mean, I'm not overly bothered one way or the other. It's a great game. Both are great games. So I'll let them off with their cloning ship, if that makes sense. As a result, they're okay. They're not bad. Not bad games at all. I'm going quite well here. Going great guns. And shoot all these things. Oh no, can't shoot them from here. No, don't hit me in the head. There we go, there we go. Oh my god. Alright, I'm over this one. Oh, come on. You gotta get close enough to it just to make it stop shooting. That's the thing. Right. Okay, go. There, stop shooting. We'll get extra points there. Boom. I might come back down and just walk across the minefield now and save time. Boom. No. Don't keep killing me. Right, okay. I want the super suit. There's a super suit that appears. No, I've died. No, I didn't get the super suit. What stage does that come at? There's a super suit anyway, but it's kind of like an upgrade of gunfire and abilities. That's really cool, though. I enjoyed that so much. I love Exelon. It's a great game. It's not very clever at all, Exelon. But it's kind of just timing and memory and remembering what to do. But I just like it. There's something about that I just like. A lot of people say it's overrated, but me, I'm going to go with I liked it. I'll tell you what, I'm stopping now. I'm going to press the reset button because I just realised what this is, the next game. Let's go with the tape loader because it might load it all in one. This is Combat School next. One of those joystick waggling, beat 'em up style sort of things. The things that I don't really exist nowadays because nobody knows about waggling joysticks. Because nobody wants to waggle little joysticks on gaming pads, do they? So they don't really do that anymore. So this is a game that of its time. This is the 48K version. Doesn't matter. We'll try it anyway. See what happens. If it loads, it loads. It doesn't load. It doesn't. But these are kind of games that don't exist anymore. Nobody really loads these kind of things anymore. But yeah, brilliant sort of waggling joystick, military combat school and whatever else is. What was the name of that? What was that one with that Dwayne? Oh, there's another one. Oh, I can't remember his name. There was actually a sort of combat school. Comedy type thing. There was a few of them actually. They were quite good actually. They were quite good fun in the long run. And we're not talking Private Benjamin here. Of course, with what she called her fantastic behind. What's her name? What was the name of that lady? Goldie Hawn. Legendary behind. Let's push some buttons. Do a reset. Let's go with the basic and load it. We'll see if that works. Load it. We'll see if this one works. Lots of tape left here because this is meant to be the whole load for it, unfortunately. No. This will be it now. Yeah, you go. Combat School 48K. There's lots of these copies of these still out here. Everybody seems to have a copy of Combat School. It's funny, though. They seem to go in waves of things. At the moment, I keep missing... There's a couple of things I keep missing. This... I can't remember what it's called. I keep missing Defenders of the Earth in a big cassette. I really want Defenders of the Earth. I don't know why. I keep missing that one. And I keep missing... I saw it the other day as well. I can't remember what it is now. There's a couple that I just like the look of, and I need that in my collection. It's those kind of games that sort of like they will look really nice in my collection, but they're not necessarily any good at all. Been doing a lot of the Capcom games recently, and there was something else I picked up the other day, and I thought, you know what? I've probably got most of the Zeppelin games as well. I picked up one for what was it called? Dirt Trial Track. or Track Dirt Trail Dirty Track, something like that. Anyway, and it was a Zeppelin one. And I thought to myself, do you know what? You've probably got every Zeppelin game at this point. It's probably true, actually. I probably do. I probably have most of the Zeppelin games at this point. A lot of them were re-releases. There were some weird ones like Bionic Ninja, which was pretty terrible. I played it on the channel. There was obviously a re-release of 3D Death Chase and a number of other games. Zybex being one of my faves. Auto shooting, sort of, I guess, a little bit like Sidearms, a little bit sort of, a little bit of R-type-y, sort of that kind of shoot 'em up as you go along. I always quite liked those ones. I really did. And here we go, this Konami one. I think this is an arcade game as well, actually. It feels ripe for 20p arcade challenge. That's what does actually. I'm sure, I think we actually played it. It's a weird one, this one. I'm sure when you finish it, what happens is your combat school apprentice. Yes, it did. That's what happens if you actually finish the main game. You're fully trained as a qualified soldier, and you have to go into like combat versus some terrorists or something like that in the president's own building. Something like that happens. I'm sure of it. I'm sure we played it on the arcade challenge. Actually, now thinking about it. Oh, just having a little lubricant there from the old sherbet fountain. That sounds utterly disgusting. Having some lubricant from a sherbet fountain. Well, around Willy Wonka's house. Anyway, but redoing that. How are they redoing that? Do you know something? I think somebody hit the nail on the head. It wasn't me. I'll take no responsibility for this. However, I'll repeat the thing. I think here's what somebody hit the nail on the head with. Right, the original, not the book. The original sort of adaptation to the screen was with Gene Wilder. And the point was that you felt in Gene Wilder's version, right, that in comparison to the remake with the darling of Disney, Mr. what's he called? Oh, what's his name? Johnny Depp, darling of Disney. Him and Helen Bonham Carter. And they can't get enough of them, can they? They just blooming love them, does Disney? It's like they must be signed to like a permanent contract for Disney. They'll just do. It says Disney on it, and they're available. Disney's like, get them in. Get him in. Anyway, so they did a remake with that one, and he's sort of slightly creepy in that one, but not quite the same. And I know they've done another version with that new lad who was in June. I can't remember his name off the top of my head. They've done another one. Now, difference between their probable versions. I haven't seen the newest one. I'll admit that because it hasn't been out yet. But the original sort of Johnny Depp version versus and the Gene Wilder one. The Gene Wilder one, there was actually a feeling that the children were going to get killed. They went to find out, and he didn't care either, because they fell in the chocolate river, and look, this child, Gunther is going to die because he's stuck in one of the pipes. The children have been shrunk permanently. They're going to die. That was the point. Reset the tape counter. I haven't got a tape counter. I hate you. Alright, number 2. Four, redefine keys. Up, down, left, right, fire. 2, can I be keys? It really doesn't want me to be keys, does it? 5, that's why. Right. Can I be keys now? No. Oh, that's not really fair, is it? So you have to be joystick or nothing? That's naff. Sinclair 1. Right, okay, I'll put a joystick in. Hang on. I'm just going to grab a joystick. Just get one. In the still there. On my way. Sinclair 1. Plugging it into Sinclair 1 as we speak. Right. Do. David Whittaker, sadly no longer with us. Right, number 1, one player. Nick, I'm Nick and Joe. Right, okay, get ready, steady, go. I'm on powering up, look at me go. I'm jumping a wall. I'm jumping another wall. I'm jumping a wall, jumping a wall. I'm a machine. Oh, I've just crashed into that wall. I'm a machine. I'm a running machine. Come on, come on, come on. Come on, Nick. He needs to kind of get power. He can't run his boots. I can't even get enough power to run my boot. Can't even waggle my joystick fast enough to get him. This is what happened last time round. This is what happened last time round. I can't bloomin' read it. You blew it. Yeah, I know I blew it. I blew it again. Right, okay. Game over already. I can't even do the first course. This is what happened last time I played Combat School as well. Yeah. There's the high scores. Go away. Right, one player. Let's go for it. Let's see if Nick can actually run this time round. I hate these waggly joystick games. Well, I do and I don't. This one's really bad because you have to get up a lot of speed to run. Why is he not running? Now he's running. But he doesn't... Why don't you run? Is it a military thing that I have to get up to certain... Oh my god, how is that? That is not even fair. Look at that. Oh my god. How the hell? Oh, I'm flipping knackered already. That's not even fair. Right, well, on that marvellous note, that's Combat School, and the other side of the tape is coming up next week. Yes, it is absolutely coming up next week. So, but please feel free to vote on the options. It's either live ammo or it's TNT. It's all up to you. Anyway, I've been your host, Real Genetic Demon. Thank you for watching. Please feel free to like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next video. Bye-bye now.